Yo, yo, damn. Mic hot as hell. Phone. Yes, sir. Alright, maybe a little bit better. I'll fucking find out. Glares from all angles. Sun's finally out. The sun is finally out. Still cold as shit outside. Summer or spring is almost here. Because the sun is finally out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ski. This video's for entertainment purposes only. Frosty is the person giving you all the financial advice. Sue that guy. What's up, Frosty? What up, T-Law Fitness enthusiast? Shorty 2010. Yo, 2010, that's the year I graduated high school. We called ourselves the class of dimes. My class song was Shawty is a 10. We used to throw up the rock sign. It'd be like, the rock is in the building. 10, 5 fingers. Shit was funny. It was a good time back then. Feels like yesterday, yet I was in high school 15 years ago. Boy, has the world changed. They sold me a funny ass world. They sold me the 90s in 2010. Straight up. They should have been selling my ass Bitcoin. Instead, they were selling me the 90s. A dream from the 90s. What's up, world? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming back again with one of these videos about the Zen world and its relationship to the overall markets, because the rest of the crypto space is ass. It sucks. But we got this little pocket that I call, well, I mean, I don't call it anything, but it is what it is. It's the fairest crypto on planet Earth. You're not going to find anything fairer than this. And if you do know it, please leave it in the comments. Please, I've been looking for it. Been looking for something fairer than Zen crypto, man. Like everything else, ass cheeks, straight up hot air. I need to like really start a real like live stream show and like do a take called like hot air balloon, and it's just me just shitting on just like all the crypto world, because it sucks. All right, this is what you're tuning in for. All right, you're tuning in to hear crypto's ass and Zen is the best. So if you don't like that, get the fuck out of here. We're going up. This shit is not ending. But yeah, today is March 3rd, man. Monday, 2025. New month, closer to 26 than ever. Shit's real. It's just moving. Just high speed training through the fucking 25, whatever. Through the year, man. And essentially, let's just get into it. Let me turn this music down more. It's just background, it's just vibes. Yo, what up, Quantum Architect? What's up, Degens? What up, Series Punch Samson, collector of the Zenterions? That sounds like actually like a super sick warrior name. Serious Punch Samson, collector of all Zenterions. Shit, watch out for that guy. He's got a mean sword. Mr. Beanie, you know you need to talk about the SEC case, even though it's not a thing that affects Zen. I mean, I don't really care about that stuff, man. I'm like growing into my cocoon right now. Or I mean, actually, I'm coming out of my cocoon. My cocoon started when I started to say like, or started to realize like, I don't like gossip in crypto. Like, I don't like that part. Like all this shit happening on the main, that shit is noisy as fuck. It's distracting everybody from where we're going. It's distracting everybody from where we started. That's why I made my page private on X. Because I was like, dude, this shit is so distracting. Like, people just pull up out of nowhere and just, like, pop in on your comments and just say some stupid ass shit. Just because they got Wi-Fi access and shit. Like, it's retarded. But, again, this is all part of the market. So, what I was talking about last Friday, and I kept going with my research because I think I found what I love in crypto. I think I understand it now. I think this is where I was supposed to be taken. And you're again, oh shit, knocked over my lighter. This is not financial advice. This is just the Crypto Bro place. Okay, this is me hanging out. All right, so Again, my story, my window. Do whatever you want to do. All right. But this is my view on everything. And it seems to be coming together more and more. Again, I wanted Carmela. I always say Carmela because, you know, shout outs to Sopranos. But I wanted Carmela to lose. But I didn't want the market to become so bullish. And that's why we had this like conservative feeling, because we know like, yo, crypto it needs to have volume coming from somewhere, because I'm stupid as my own self. I should not been giving a fuck about any of this shit and just been buying Zen, stacking Zen, because you've had over a whole year now to essentially get the best price. So the best price, we've been in this range since June 16th, 17th of last year. We've been here this whole time. You've had multiple times to kind of understand where you are. And that's why, again, like, it's funny looking at the mainstream markets and all the gossip, because if I was hip to my own sauce, essentially, I could have known like, okay, there's money to be made in this market more than there is like opportunity, because the opportunity is the ideology of knowing, hey, this is an inflated market. As soon as it loses wind, it's going to dump and people aren't going to be able to keep it up. So even like with the whole Trump thing that happened yesterday, it had a nice pump for crypto, but you can see like no like your regular bus driver ass motherfucker, your Uber driver cannot afford right now. Okay, they're happy. They might have turned $2 into $3. They're excited. Maybe not even that, man. That's not even a 50. What is this? What was this pump last night? Made everybody so excited. I can't hide it. 10%. Ooh. 10%. Fucking crypto is ridiculous. But again, 10%, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's happy. 200 coming down here, shitting on them, making sure that you can't get no more. And again, I don't look at crypto to trade it. I look at it as gas, because the source, the root cause of the Bitcoin is the miners. So in a land once upon a time ago, if you don't know the story, welcome to the Crypto Bro channel. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. If you're watching on X because you got the link, come over to YouTube and hit the chat box. I meant it isn't a Zen thing. No, it's all good, bro. I know it's not a Zen thing, but I really do not care about Richard Hart, man. That guy is a funny guy. He's just here. He exists. He's like a chaos character. Every time I look at him and I see his thing, all right, do some voodoo magic on his level, it's always evil. But that's just it. You got to have good with bad. It's just part of how the world works. So for me, I'd rather root on the other side. Like, oh, shit, yeah, cool, the villain got away. Nice. I'm always rooting for a villain to get away, too. Gotta love a good villain story. Those are so much better than a hero story. That's a fact. The villain is a much cooler character. So, yeah, if I start going down that rabbit hole, I'm just going to start shitting on Pulse Chain about how it didn't even pump. How it did a Bitcoin, 10%. So, yeah, this is what's happening. Bitcoin is made a long-ass time ago. Shit. 15 years ago, this shit was created. And it comes from the root cause of a hash, right? Blockchain go linear, single-threaded, take 10 minutes, put them all together. That's Bitcoin. It's just not hard. It's not a hard thing to understand. Now, again, Bitcoin is extremely high in price because this is the power, or how do you say this? Like, this is what we are looking to recreate. This open market, free market, international market, like this new form of trade, essentially, in the digital space, because again, everybody has a handheld in their hand. Now, back in 2011, 12, there were a few pioneers that understood the future, and that's why you have a Coinbase. They'll happily tell you their story about how they built gates around the Bitcoin and how today they have like the #2 scaling solution, or they have the #1 scaling solution for Ethereum. So they're plugged right in when full round trip, and now you can use your. I mean, but again, it's just the new world. Like this at one point was an uncommon good, and now it's a very common good. I'm starting to study shit because I'm laughing at myself with my growth of Zen, because I want to understand. And like, you get to this thing called Bitcoin, and every time you run back to it, you always go to like, okay, Satoshi said XYZ. Like, why the fuck did anybody listen to Satoshi? That's like a question I always come to. Like, why did anyone listen to him? The only people that were really listening to Satoshi, right, were people with stake in the Bitcoin. And those were the miners. They were creating the Bitcoin, and Satoshi had the vision, right? Again, Hal Finney was the very first person to really make crypto fun, because he figured out the double spending, you know, using SHA-1. And again, no one was thinking of the vision. He had the vision, right? Everyone else had this other fucking vision where you turn money and you turn digital money into money. That's kind of how I'm understanding it, and why I'm like so comfortable with Zen now and watching this shit like actually dump. Like, this is party time. This is time for us to reflect, to say, damn, we've really been in this channel for almost a year. Like, we got up and out of there. But if it's like almost like if you had this much maturity in Zen right here, you know, we wouldn't have gotten probably this blow. I mean, well, this is in my opinion, pent up consensus. Zen is a very weird token because it's kind of like Bitcoin, where we have this open free market and everybody is making a price. And this is why, like, it's like funny now watching this, because it's like I'm walking through this market now, and everyone has all like this real Gucci on the ground, because for some reason someone broke into, like, let's think of it like this, like someone broke into a warehouse with a bunch of real shit, and then they brought it to the free market so they could flip it real quick. That's how Zen is like looking to me right now. This is an amazing opportunity in Zen, especially it being 20% down. Like, that is amazing. That is great. Only the real ones understand. And that's why I'm reflecting back, like, wow, like, free markets are real. Like, if there was ever a time to fall in love with with understanding why you like crypto so much, what an amazing red candle, right? It's hard to disconnect, because maybe you're into green candles. Maybe all you understand is the upside of crypto, but the downside of crypto really explains the story of how we got here. Because you can never understand it for real. Like, you'll just look at the Bitcoin chart and say, wow, look at that. Like, wow, they really made Bitcoin popular. Like, what? Like, bro, everyone was just making it, and then a free market happened where these people who knew what they could do with it said, dog, I'll buy 1,000 Bitcoin at $3. Watch me turn that shit into $1,000. Weird. It's weird as fuck. But like, yeah, I'm starting to try to, someone else help me crack this code, man. Satoshi had to be an economist. We're missing some key to this puzzle here, and that's why we're always behind the brick. But the Zen is the brick now. So like, you could be either behind the brick trying to chase Bitcoin's very diluted story. You pick up the Bitcoin book right here, bro. You're like, You're you're reading the craziest story ever. Michael Saylor is number one. What else we got going on here? We got scams inside of Bitcoin. Shit's insane. Like you got so many layers to try to understand. Maybe every year you can yeah, maybe if you put it on the yearly like this and you just go and study the red candles. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get to red candle studying, or you're just gonna have to study the Cold War in the crypto space. These red candles. But yeah, I was listening to this guy who was trying to bring theory and telling people like, yo, stop reviewing ancient history. I was like, damn, like crypto is such a now historic event. Like it is true too. People be fucking still out here spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to look at some dinosaur bones, bro. Like what the fuck are y'all spending money on? Dinosaur bones? Like you could just go 15 years into our 100 years right now and you can discover like all of this crazy human behavior that is now called the Bitcoin, right? And the thing that everybody was latching onto that I'm now amazed that I found is the free market feel. You've never had this much freedom in today's modern era or this 100 years. This is a true historical event, and why some people were down to go to jail for this shit. It kind of gets to that part where it's like, okay, the world making no sense. So if I got to do time for it to make sense to me, like it is what it is, right? Free Roger Ver. They freeing the wrong people, but it doesn't fucking matter, right? Because crypto is about green candles. They got you all by the balls. Not here on the Crypto Bread channel. We're into Zen. We're grabbing the brick back so we can break it down and pass it back around later in the future, when everybody wakes the fuck up and realizes, oh shit, actually there is still a source coin available, essentially, right? See, I'm starting to think I'm getting, now that we're detaching from the mainstream narrative, because naturally it's like purifying. It's like almost like this is why we're here, because of the whole tragedy of commons conversation in economics. That's why we're fucking here now. And this is why it makes so much sense to almost be like, who in the Zen formula, or like who in the Zen world in the beginning of Zen? I know Axel has tons of fucking, he's a smart guy, bro. Like Zensu's smart. He's a regular guy. He's a regular guy though. He's a regular guy, just, you know, but he's smart regular dude. You know, now it's like kind of hit me all like, okay, maybe, you know, this is a giant fuck you. Like it's a real fuck you to the industry of crypto, because the only way you can redo Bitcoin now on the scale that I'm understanding is you need to have a logarithmic, or you need to have a real good math, right? Like this is why everyone hates Zen. They hate the way it doesn't produce green candles, because it made you wait. Everybody who jumped the gun on what's about to happen in the next few coming months, all their projects are dead weight because they don't have good, or they don't have it wasn't really strategic. It was very throw it out there and let's see what happens. And that's typically crypto, right? I'm still trying to understand the case study of this behavior. It is essentially like monkey behavior. Like you put a bunch of monkeys, you go to the zoo, throw a banana and a fucking monkey thing. Like that's crypto right now. And there was a point in time, again, this is why I'm getting at this, like why Zen is already won, and where it is positioned is insane for someone who's retarded. Like if you got a low IQ, you're stupid, you should be buying the fuck out of Zen. Like this is gonna make you look so smart. And that's why so many stupid smart people are getting behind Zen. Like it makes so much sense now. There's no commodity coming out next like Zen, bro. Fucking crazy. And it's because, like, again, we have a math formula in the code that you can actually speak about. You can't speak like, that's what I mean. Like, who cares about an SEC case, like type shit? Because that's fucking stupid. That means you had it like XRP now. It's like you had to build up this facade ass energy and throw your Kamehameha or your spirit bomb like into the industry and capture those that don't research. But again, that is inspirational because that's how many people, they don't research, but they know about crypto. Right? Again, look at this shit. 300% in a year. These people don't research. They think they do, but they just got access to social media. They're scrollers or whatever, which is an economy out there that needs to be addressed. But, you know, again, that's not my area, but I see it now and I'm like, whoa, okay, cool. Like now it's all starting to come together. Like the whole landscape of social media and where crypto fits in, how Zen is one of the last free market commodities you're going to be able to get your hands on before it turns into an asset. Like, I mean, it's already an asset, but like people are really going to be like using this thing to help themselves. Similar to the Bitcoin in the beginning. And that's why you could take the price from $4 to $1,000. Like that is life-changing gains right there. Right? This is when I found out about Bitcoin. I was after the brick. Now I had some more wins to win because I didn't know we were in a fight. I didn't learn that until 2022. So 10 years later, I find out like, okay, cool. Like we are in a fight. And you can join it, but you got to really study the game so that you can get away from the basic narrative. Like just go to YouTube right now, type in Satoshi Nakamoto and check out the normal narrative of crypto, which is essentially building a use case based on being a rebel. Instead of just saying like how brilliant Satoshi is in his economical vision of keeping it cash and how he could build the economy based on the resource, which is SHA-256, and how everyone can then essentially use the SHA-256 engine as the heart of the resource. Like this is the nucleus. No one can take us down, bro. We need a 50% tag. That shit took it from $4, bitch, to $1,000. That's all he articulated to everybody. And then disappeared. Because then the resource turned into a fast train. Like GPUs came online. Like the normal retards like caught on. They're like, oh shit, I can do this with that because it's free at that point. It's a free market. But it needs that value. And then that's why we're getting a little bit hesitant because we still need the world to get online. Something I saw though, what is it? I posted on my X account. Dope. What up, ETH? What up, ETH W? ZTFO, you love dinosaurs? All right. Love your dinosaurs, Brody. Love your dinosaurs. I hate going to the museum and seeing some dinosaur bones. I'd be like, man, I've knocked this shit over. One day, planet Earth has to allow me to knock over some dinosaur bones, like on some Travis Scott chaos shit. I deserve it. What up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? Sorry on a phone call. I love this Cabal. What up, Dank? What it do? Phineas Satoshi. Ehrenhard is Finnicle. Finnicle is Ehrenhard. Straight up. What up, Optimus Prime? Finny is Satoshi. Finny is, in my opinion, Finny is the like if we were like Finny is the paint. Satoshi is the painter. Like Finny figured out the element. Satoshi figured out how to distribute it. That's what niggas don't talk about in crypto. That's why crypto sucks. That's why crypto fucking sucks. Because people won't talk about it like that. They'll tell you that Satoshi was like an anarchist, and he made Bitcoin to go head to head with the 2008 shit. So, but that was just a great narrative to push the angle of this commodity that people would want as an asset. And to this day, it's weird as fuck that like, yo, people still think like this, and it's because of the spin. I mean, we could probably go deeper and deeper and deeper into the behavior of like humans' value and trade and shit like that. And that's why, again, Bitcoin is amazing. It's an amazing tool for humanity, because I can't knock that part. Like, it's so simple that it's still going, right? But the thing about it is humanity is barbaric. On some poetic shit. Humanity is barbaric. Bro, look at this shit. Current world population earlier today, about 11 a.m. Right now, it's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Oh, shit. That just reminded me. Hold on. I got to take out this steak real quick. I got to restake it up. Pause. Pause the show. Play some tunes. All right. We can continue the show. Yeah, day swanger. I got the trillion there now. We good. We lit. And we got some ending today. And I got some ending today. This is what it's all about. Man, my shit's fucked up though. I have too many xeNFTs, man. I want to help scale this though. Now that I understand it, I'm going to try to see because this is the next level. The next step in Zen is you need to grab a bag, and essentially you need to build camp on how you want to distribute your Zen bag. Because like, where do you want to be in the future? Like, are you trying to be someone redistributing your Zen, you know, on the first leg up? Or are you trying to wait it out? Because again, the commodities conversation is really here right now. And you own the formula, my fucking motherfucker. Like, that's the craziest part of it all. Like, people don't be respecting Zen, and that's what pisses me off, because it's like, y'all are so stupid. And whoever taught us about all of this, they didn't teach us nothing. Oh, I can't even spell. So like, the funniest thing about Zen is most people think that when the G rank, I'm guilty, because I used to say it on stream all the time. I used to always say on stream, as the G rank expanded, you got more Zen. But I was saying it backwards, because essentially you get more Zen if the G rank expands, but you're already in the pool and have a C rank that's low. So that idea, it only really works for an AMP that's low, or an AMP that's close to 3,000, and a C rank that's close to 0 right now. But now we're like moving into a new future where essentially you want a C rank that's really, like, when you claim in 500 days on base, like, your prayer essentially is like, hey, I hope this is 260, because then you'll get a similar experience to everyone who's been minting for 2 years. If not, you shouldn't be basing your C rank on the last 2 years, because Zen is now, in my personal opinion, just because I'm doing all the research, Zen is moving very 24 hours. It's so inconsistent. And now that's why I'm like, yo, Zen is bullish as fuck, because of this theory that the chaos is created a free market that no one's paying attention to. That's very valuable, essentially almost like Bitcoin. I would say actually better than Bitcoin, because it's indexed better than Bitcoin. What Bitcoin did not have is it didn't have meme coins. So there was only one singular Bitcoin. And that's what was great about it, though. It's like the classic world, you know? Of course, in 2008, it was a singular Bitcoin. Of course, in 2008, it was a singular thread, CPU experience. Like, of course, in 2008, you know, it was all about keeping it as, you know, linear as possible. Everything, the thought, the initiative, until we got to GPUs. Then it got chaotic because that's what it's all about. Like, once you get to the part where the chaos is just going to take over the free market, because it's a free fucking market, bitch. Like, you can't put a cap on this. This is what makes millionaires, right? That's what they were literally screaming that shit in 2014. I could not understand it. This is what makes millionaires. Like, what the fuck? Y'all are horny over something called Bitcoin. Okay, now we're here and it makes a lot of sense. So now, yeah, Bitcoin is doing great. It's the singular idea, but you have to ask yourself, this is the next part I'm trying to get to, and why XEN is better. We live in a new world. Like, no one's going to go and do the research and realize that the way that Bitcoin became a commodity was because they were repackaging the SHA-256. No one gives a fuck about that story. They don't care about that story. They don't understand that that's the shit propping up your whole fucking story. Now, we can't balloon pop it because it's such a free market that the narrative can be whatever it pleases to be if someone has a hold of the main narrative. Right? The main narrative right now in Bitcoin is that it's the best. And I can't, I'm just one dude on the internet. What the fuck? Who the fuck am I? Right? I'm just doing the research and realizing, like, well, what you say is the best is not the best, because the best is back here. It's not over here. This sucks. Like, I can't make a Bitcoin and live this life. Right? The past is not hooked up to the present. And that's a weird ass chaotic world, because it's really like, it's really free man's game. I mean, but that's why it's probably going to stay around or whatever, like, it's a private. This is where okay, shut the fuck up. Right? This is where I'm going with this shit. All right. Common goods. Bitcoin started off in a market where there wasn't a lot of common goods. So it made it too hard to identify where we were going. Now we so like here, let's see, we go back. First snapshot ever. We got Bitcoin, it's 2013. Here, we'll go to 2014 because that's when we were winning. What was the world like in 2014, March? What up, Tree City West? And it's done. Yo, what up, Lita? Oh, Rolando in the house too. I see you. So yeah, see, Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was number one in 2014, XRP was there. That's why XRP, I saw Charles Hoskinson rooting for them. Bro, they like, because that's what I mean. He might even be Satoshi. Now it makes sense why Craig Wright kind of was like, I'm Satoshi, bitch. He might have been the economist. He kind of looked like an economist motherfucker, with the whole, like, the way he was moving and shit. But that was weird to just be like, I'm the guy. I mean, never mind. I don't think it's weird. Actually, I think it would be kind of like fucked up if you thought of the money making mission and everybody took it from you and didn't even let you just shine a little bit. But I mean, I guess everybody hated you and it kind of exposed that you were like a bad person anyways. See, that's why you gotta come from the soul, bro. Like, fuck. Don't go out like Craig Wright. Shit. Because maybe he started off a good guy and then over time he just was a bad guy. But then Roger Ver is obviously a real nigga because he went to the end game with that shit. Well, he's in the end game right now. I think he'll get pardoned though. He has to, but he has a really good story right now. And it's leading up to the whole Bitcoin Cash thing. And I'm bullish on Bitcoin Cash. That might be the real Bitcoin. It comes from the source. That's the one thing about Bitcoin Cash. No one can take away from it. The fucking coin really has the source attached to it. The community over there, they give a fuck about how it's made. And that's what the market needs. But the thing is, again, like, that's money making sources. People don't really care about that anymore. Everybody has free Wi-Fi and shit. Sorry. So they'd rather find the next level, like, opportunity, not the history. So yeah, the guy I was listening to, who he had a point. Why are you focused on ancient history? Like Bitcoin, because of how fast we're moving, is ancient history. And anything associated with Bitcoin is technically ancient history. Because the market is no longer moving from these lows of $500 because it was very close to its history, its source, its SHA-256. Right now, the market is basically doing a balancing beam act on infrastructure while trying to do I guess you could say a bridging experience. You know, because what's next? You know, do Bitcoiners move into XRP? Do they take that pill? I hope Bitcoiners move into Solana, and you guys know I've been talking about this on the channel. You can just see it. I think on the low key, smart Bitcoiners are moving into Solana. Actually, I guess the 12-month is pretty obvious. Like you can see, like at some point somebody must have dumped a bunch of Solana for Bitcoin, and then it just recovered. And now we have like 2 years in a row where Solana and Bitcoin are kind of creating a relationship. I would almost say, with this little tiny blurb thing on the fucking screen here. We'll zoom out to the weekly. And then auto. Yeah, we're seeing Solana is doing pretty good against Bitcoin. And this is where you want it to live, actually. You would want a Bitcoin to live in a digital environment. One person in Bitcoin had said this. They were saying, like, I prefer Bitcoins to be wrapped than sold. And I think that's actually a great argument for someone who believes in Bitcoin, that it is something that maybe still can produce a self-custody narrative if more people held custody of Bitcoin on like a Solana network. You know, and that kind of keeps the history attached. That's like X1. Like, I'm expecting X1 to be very successful because we have Bitcoiners that are going to be latching on. So that game is already figured out. That's why we're really comfortable. The other teams or the other brands out there are trying to figure out how to get the digital support, right? And that's why I'm like, yo, do Bitcoiners go back to Ethereum, or maybe they move into XRP? You know, and I think it'd be a sad day for you to sell your Bitcoins for XRP because you really lost the plot. Like, you're really like in fucking normal person land. Like but again, it might not be the person who made the 50 Bitcoins. It might be the person who bought the 50 Bitcoins. Like, we're in a whole weird ass world now. And again, this is why I'm like, oh, Bitcoin's shot on the commodity conversation. It's an asset. Motherfuckers are grouped up. They're making self decisions. It's going to do a balancing act. You can buy it and get rich because it's going to go up because there's too many people involved. That's why I was bringing up this. Oh, it's right here. You know, this world population, you know, as of 11, you know, 8 billion people in the world. You know, you look at Zen. I'm looking at this G rank and I'm saying to myself, you know what? We don't have any G ranks in the billion. Maybe there's hope here. Maybe everybody can really get their hands on crypto if we can turn Zen into this language that we can be called crazy today. But I think Bitcoiners were the same people because they realized they had the SHA-256 in their motherfucking hands. And no one could grab it. No one could take it. All it could do is just become louder and louder and louder that, yo, maybe you can do it too. You know? Pharrell. But yeah, that's a really deep take on the Zen world right now. I think this is why we're dumping. People are rebalancing they're rebalancing this pump. And the thing is we need the supply to come back. So it's coming back and it's not that much. So when you actually look at Zen, on like a 30,000 feet level, like how I've been always looking at it lately. Can XEN still be used to get X1? I'm behind on the alpha. Yeah, no, you can still use Phantom Zen. The thing about Phantom Zen is it's just a hoop to hoop, or you got to run through hoops now because they shutting the chain down slowly. Some of the nodes are coming offline. I'm sure though, like, how do you say this? I'm sure if it really came down to Phantom turning off, like all the nodes colluded and so we're going down, bro. Like I can't afford to do this anymore. I'm gonna take my Phantom to the exchange and I'm gonna sell it, right? Like it could turn into something like that. I haven't researched enough chains that fork out of like, because that's what we're in. We're in this new world where, like, imagine if Bitcoin just really did start promoting layer 2 and it just left behind the original Bitcoin chain. That's what Sonic just did, bro. To the Phantom people. Because they're like, hey, basically keep it going. It's like Ethereum Classic. Where the fuck is Ethereum Classic at? I haven't looked for it in a while. Okay, number 34. So it's like ETH Classic. Let's look at ETH Classic. Like, let's see how many nodes are online on ETH Classic. This shit $20. Connected to the past. The decentralized Ethereum. Like, bro, who the fuck wants to come over here? But let's look at it. Where's the block explorer? Please give it to me. Play. I don't want to play. Mining. A mining pool, mining software. All the OGs hate me right now. Hey man, this young cat just always shitting on all the OG coins. Bro, where in the hell? Man. Network monitor. Okay. 2 miners. ETH Classic. Damn, they're only on block 21 million. Dude, they make no blocks over here. Average block time is 14 seconds. What in the fuck? People are just wasting energy. Like this is a waste of energy, bro. Like if you care about the planet Earth, you should be like standing outside of someone. You should pinpoint one of these nodes. Go stand outside their fucking crib and be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Stop wasting gas. Stop wasting gas. What in there? This is a pulse chain. But is pulse chain proof of work? Nah, it's proof of stake. It's like ETH2. Oh, the pulse chain's faster than this. Let me shut the fuck up. Pulse chain's 10 seconds. Whatever pulse chain is. It is wild. There are multiple forks of ETH. I got ETH Classic, ETH PAL, ETH POS. Well, I mean, because it's about the chain, and that's the funniest thing about crypto. Like, do you get it? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, everybody's just been trying to monetize their script after realizing that you could do it because Satoshi did it. It was literally Prometheus found fire and brought it to the humans type shit. That's Satoshi, and why he probably hid him, or whoever it was, they hid their identity, because this is like, again, I mean, what if the Satoshi figure does sell the 1 million Bitcoins to teach everybody a lesson? Like it's like a giant troll or something. Like what if you're in that experiment and you don't even fucking know it? And then they CTO Bitcoin or some dumb shit, like because they built up the narrative enough. But we're so far away from the source. Again, we're so far from the SHA-256 that they have so many ways to blame it. Like, you know, like look at Satoshi dumped them, you know, like it's almost like a selling point or some weird shit, you know. But again, that's why I think Bitcoin and all these other cryptos don't stand a chance against Zen, because Zen has the formula hard coded in the contract, and that's kind of what the problem is about, or like that's the solution to the problem. Ethereum essentially found, you know, like they try to change, like, how do you say this? Try and really get this shit out, like, because you see, like, there's so many different Ethereums, there's so many different Bitcoins, there's, you know, this is what I mean, like it didn't start with a bunch of other common goods, it was the only common good, and then all this other stuff showed up monetizing the root, the source of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum saying it's a smart computer, but essentially it just created its own script and took Bitcoin elements to create a script that can now handle functionality. That's all they did, because Bitcoin didn't want to add it. Because again, Satoshi, in my opinion, might have been an economist instead of a computer scientist, and had a vision on how to package it so that the world would take it and just be chaotic with it. Real chaos release. Because you can't do that again. Whatever happened in 2008, we're full blown in the internet now, bitch. You can't roll back time. You got to try to find new fire. And that's why, again, I love Zen's approach to token creation, because it uses gas on ETH. ETH changed everything with the EIP 11559, right? That's what makes Zen come to life. And I could talk about that shit like all day. I think that's what people are missing in the Zen community. They don't talk about it like this, and that shit pisses me off. I can't listen no more. Go in private. This is the alpha, because that's what made Bitcoin go nuts. And this is why you should probably be creating a Cabal strategy, so that you can have a lot of coins when this starts to go crazy. And you don't, again, it's unlike Bitcoin, you don't need to be afraid. You just need to take the steps on your own. Just like in the beginning of Bitcoin, for those that weren't afraid to go on and get the computer hardware, to, go out and find the massive amounts of, SHA-256 mining equipment. Like I said, they got the SHA-256 in their hand. How you can take it from my PK, bitch? Like, you can't. Like, you're, jokes on you. Always. Every time you make a Bitcoin. Wish I made one so I could have a jokes on you. But I got a bunch of Zen and XEN. So jokes on you, bitch. I'm ready. I'm so ready for that moment. But we're going to keep, again, the difference between Zen and Bitcoin is that our history is always attached to every day because of the G rank. You can never not think about day zero, because it's at 28 million. And that global counter, that atomic clock essentially in Zen, is the game changer versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin leaves all that behind and you get way far away. Like, every single day is not about source. It's about gossip. It's about ETTV, TMZ. What's Trump got to say today to pump my bags? What's Richard Hart got to say today to pump my bags? Like, man, what a slave life to be living if you living off that energy, right? That's how I'm feeling. So I'm feeling really good about this formula, because again, this formula in Zen is the code. This is it. The other 400 lines is all right. But this is the code, because that is what they know, right? When X1 comes out, this is what people will study. They'll study this first. They'll try to understand where they fit in. They'll realize after abusing, or like how I was seeing it today, or did I just close that shit down? I think I did. But yeah, people abuse the C ranks right now because there's confusion. C rank or G rank is essentially a resource. The higher it goes, the further it's like now it's really getting further away from day zero, and it's like in your face, right? Like, again, that's why Phantom is kind of heartbreaker, because a lot of people have pumped the shit out of it, but maybe it's not that big of a heartbreaker because, again, the chain's shutting down. So maybe you should hold your Phantom and stop making. I still see people making fucking G ranks on Phantom. I'm like, yo, y'all are burning all your FMT. How are you going to mint it unless they're infinite? That's why you would almost think it's that might be the Phantom team. They got infinite Phantom. Right? It's all this Zen shit is exposing the fucking band-aid, or like the makeup on top of the scripts. All these scripts, they're ugly as fuck when you get to the core. But yeah, see here on Phantom, people are still making ranks. I don't know if it's like they need to get the information, but like I'm trying to say, stop doing this shit. Like, y'all gonna use up all your Phantom, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm stupid. But I don't think Phantom can handle an X1 discovery. Like, people are going to come over here and buy the shit out of this. This is the highest TVL of Zen. is on Phantom in this liquid area. So yeah, like your Phantom XEN is pretty popular, or it's pretty you know, or it's gonna be in high demand. But you're gonna trade it for FMT. So you gotta. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in this world. This isn't me. If I was you though, I mean, if I didn't have $10,000, I guess, in this, I'd be trying to sell it back for FMT, I guess. So, but if I had over 10K invested, you're not going to get 10K back. So you might as well just burn that shit. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it sucks. Like, that's Phantom's fault, bro. That's not anything to do with XEN. That just shows you that these program, or, you know, it's like you bought a fucking $10,000 iPod and the hard drive just fucking fried. And you went to the Apple store and they were like, yo, you had that thing for 5 days. You're out of the warranty. You're just like, fuck. You drove the Dodge Charger off the lot and instantly wrecked it. So it's hard to have hard feelings for you, because it's like you have to understand that that's what you're playing with. For real, like if you're in crypto and you don't understand yet that like you're playing with like something really real, like it's a non-tangible tangible, bro. So if the chain is saying that it's like that, you should feel that down to the governance level, because that's why governance was the second coming of crypto. You could do your research on that one, but yeah, MakerDAO really made Ethereum hot. They were the ones that really started the TVL movement, and you don't even see DAO up here no more because it's a weird one. We can make a MakerDAO. Oh, it's right here, 25. We can make a DAI type coin on with XEN. I've been studying that because we have a predictable model. This is crazy, man. You own this shit. Every time you make a XEN coin, you own the predictable model, bro. There's zero, like Titan X almost could have been like XEN, but Jake was too greedy essentially and ended up using the G rank as a bonus because he was listening instead of reading. That's the hardest thing, or like that's like one of the real reasons to like really turn off the noise if you're in the Titan X, because like the person that made it didn't even research XEN to understand that like, oh shit, this is on a log and this is huge in economics. And it's like, that's all I'm saying. Like either you looked at it and you knew it, or you looked at it and you didn't. And that's how they got us, bro. They didn't. I mean, I learned. I'm here now. I'm like, wow. You know, I'm all winded and shit. Like, wow, they really got us. They really fucking got us. Like, now someone else got to come out with one of these. Like, where's it at, man? Or you could do the research yourself, man. Go do the research yourself. Go ask the GPT why is log. What does logarithmic have to do with everything? But it's about diminishing rewards. And the thing is that when the stock, like what happened, I guess, is like there was a point in time where like everybody really wants to predict like when do things disappear. Because like in econ or economy, this is why I'm getting at this, like, or why I'm thinking like, wow, what a way, what a place to be, you know? Because like this is probably what really started the Bitcoin conversation. Because it's like, where does it come from and how can we predict it? Because that's so weird. That's like that chicken and egg conversation. Like, where it came first, the chicken or the egg? You know, where are we trying to go? Like, what are we trying to invent and where are we trying to go? Because we're in a fucking warehouse and there's nothing in front of us and we're about to build XEN. Right? So, this formula really does change the game. I think this is like the money winner, or like the ticket. Like it's really, if you understand this, you should be comfortable holding your XEN. And I'm like loving these dips right now because this is people not understanding it because there's so much of it. But the thing about it is it's not a lot of it because the G ranks have stopped moving. So we're rotating the same funds. And I haven't done the math yet, but like check it out. Like how do you do this? But yeah, so here's CBZen. The liquid and staked here. Look at this shit. Since February 14th, it's been at 324 trillion tokens. And now it's at 315 because people are staking. But essentially it's going down because the staking is becoming more popular, and every stake burns Zen to help with the supply, right? Or, you know, it just takes it off the because it's staked, so it takes it out and then it brings it back when the stake is done. And staking doesn't care. We don't care about staking because you're never going to stake enough. You don't even have enough Zen. I hate when people bring that shit up, or when if you really get into the debate about it, it'll be like, you don't want staking because staking is going to be added inflation. But the thing is like most people won't be in the percentage of staking to add to inflation. Like your staking will be like an ant size amount because you're like staking like $500. Like you need to be staking like, you know, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Like that's being in the game, dude. And that's why now I'm like, oh shit, no one's in the game because we're rotating the same amount of Zen. Like there's no Zen being created in mass anymore because we've already had the, you know, again, the like slingshot effect was the very beginning. After that, it was the constant died, right? The logarithmic scale essentially is becoming more predictable. They didn't talk about this shit in the beginning because that shit don't matter in crypto. Y'all gave a fat guy a fucking $1 billion. So all they needed to do is get the rhythm started. That's all. I'm like, yeah, this is, I keep thinking it was GPT, but I'm an idiot for that, for, you know, giving GPT the credit for that. You know, like realistically, this is a very high-tech approach to trying to create a predictable asset for all of humanity, because Bitcoin still is not that predictable. But in order for you to redo the predictability part of it all, you need to make it a commodity. And you need to, again, you need to be selling something that people can latch on to. So that's the hardest part after Bitcoin, because we've been trying to figure that part out, you know? It's like we've been waiting for someone with the right angle and the right team to do this logarithmic version of a hashing algorithm. Because now it's really predictable. It's very dynamic, but it's only going to get more predictable as we get closer to the end. And that's why I'm like, yeah, Zen is going to be nuts. Like it's going to be nuts by the time we get to 2029. But where are you going to be? You know, if you're watching this now, you might be someone who really understands what I'm saying right now about supply and demand, and that this is your moment to get as much of the supply before all that demand shows up, because there's just, even in today's supply world, like there's just fucking, you know, like I'm like, oh, thank God it's selling off and there's no one around. Like this is it. This is the moment. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you because I gotta say it out loud so that y'all who faded remember. Oh yeah, Crypto Bro had said in March 3rd, like maybe I should try to find out how to go all in on Zen. It's not trying to say go all in on Zen, but you know, be fucking a degen on Zen right now. Most won't understand until it starts going up. And they got X1 cooking like they left this shit out. Like this is all part of the plan. Because Zen is like the Bitcoin to fuel the X1 with users. Because the problem with crypto, after you get the commodity part, what you know, the invisible magic money that everyone's hanging on to, you then have to invent like the theme park where everyone plays and they have fun. And that's where, again, we've separated those two. You have Bitcoin and Ethereum, but now you have Solana. You have Sui, you have Aptos, places where people go to have fun. But the problem with those places, again, like they don't come from the root cause. They repackaging playland, not technology. I mean, Solana is tech and playland, and that's why VCs bought it, because they couldn't buy it. They couldn't buy Bitcoin. Right? That's the problem now. Is like Bitcoin snuck up on VCs. And maybe that's another reason Satoshi hid their identity. Maybe they were such a sick economist, they could not, you know, it's like if I had a great idea, I mean, we're in a new future, but I guess like back in the day, if I had this feeling I have right now about Bitcoin, and it's 2008, and like there was like sidekicks, people were still on AIM and MySpace, right? This is MySpace era, bruv. Like yeah, maybe I would want to keep it low key. Like, oh, I'm about to come out with a sick ass fucking formula. Like, this is the formula. Like, this is the one where everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, I could flip that. Like, this is the gold nugget, motherfucker, from the math. Right? And then everybody around Satoshi, they just get all hyped up because it's 2008 and it makes sense. Like, oh shit, you're right. Like, everything is a dual processor right now. You can go to Best Buy and buy a dual processor fucking laptop, right? Oh, okay, it's just a C++ code that uses a password algorithm that spins and looks for zeros. Like, oh, okay, and then we just base it on speed electronics. Or you see what I'm saying? Like, they built it out. Like, they were like, oh, these are the comments that we're all gonna have. We're all gonna have to spend electricity. We're all gonna have to spend time. We're all gonna have to P versus P, right? Player versus player, because like now maybe like, you know, you might want to set up nodes where there's more transactions so you get more fees, right? The network effect of like Bitcoin's like concept of infra, like that's what people were really gassing on like in the beginning, because it was like, yeah, what can we build with this new free thing we have? Anyone can make it, right? Satoshi knew how to take what Finney made and just package it smaller and ship it. Whoever that motherfucker was, shout outs to them. That's all they did. And when, again, we can't do that again because there's too many VCs ready to put money in and they'll fuck it up. It's free market, baby. They'll come in. And that's why they released Solana the way they did. And then, you know, who's to say maybe the FTX thing was a way for everyone to get the fuck out who was scared. Get out there, scaredy cat. FTX got to go to jail, though. And he's like, please, guys, no. Don't send me to jail. They're like, sorry, bro. We got to throw you under the bus because this shit is hard. This is not Bitcoin. This is not Bitcoin. Yeah, that's probably the story of Solana. I made all that shit up, but it kind of sounds like that's how it would have went down. You throw Sam under the bus because you put too much VC money into a gamble. And the whole industry's propped up, so you funnel back into Bitcoin. And now everyone's betting on like Trump to take us to the next, like, to Valhalla. And that's why I'm starting to not believe it anymore, because it's like, oh, this is too far from the source. Like, what do I love? Like, why is Zen so attractive? Like, why is this red candle to me just like opportunity? Why, right? That is why. And you don't have any. Because I know you don't, because it's still selling down. Oh, yeah, Zen's been doing it too. On ETH, we've been round tripping 175 liquid supply, bro. This shit has been the same for so long. Look at this. Yeah, since like January 1st, like, and even then, this is still stupid because we're moving in 10 trillions. That 10 trillion is not a lot. Like, again, like if you think about the world, like there's 8.2 billion people in the world. Like, you're not 10 trillion. That's one whale, bitch. It's not you. You're not having 10 trillion. So when you zoom out and you see this 10 trillion taking months to build, that means no Zen is coming out. And now we're waiting for this to happen. But the problem is the mass inflation period is over. The people fucked up. They fucked the distribution up. They should have kept going, but they slowed down for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, I can think of like 100 different reasons, right? You had even like XENblocks come online. There's a lot of different things that distracted people from like understanding the root. Like it's like if somebody would have told you that you don't need to care about anything, just go keep getting Zen as much as you can every day, but do it backwards. Yeah, that's what they should have told us. That's what they should have told us. I get it now. Okay, yeah, that's what they should have told us. Hey, what's up, Savon? What's up, bro? I'm over here. I'm fucking uncoding this shit live. Get ready to delegate to the Potato Vampire X1 validator. Hell yeah. Rolando, I'll be racing Lambos near you in the future, bro. Honestly, the game right now is to buy and accumulate Zen on ETH. It's basically the easiest win in crypto right now. Yeah, man. That's what I mean. Yeah, like definitely get ETH. Definitely get ETH at these levels. Like below 20 million, this is buying ETH time. It can go lower, but at least like that's what I'm saying. Like it wouldn't be necessarily going lower because someone is like rage quitting Zen. Like it's going lower because there's opportunity for lower lows because nobody is buying it. There's no other people buying it, and there's again Zen. Jack Levin has the crypto market by the he already got them like this because there's just the numbers on Zen are out of this world. So just talking about Zen to educated individuals, they're going to instantly understand it. And once they see like, oh yeah, it was built on a logarithmic scale, born to have diminishing returns, born to be, a reverse, you should and this is what's funny is like technically think of it like this. Like imagine if someone had got you into Zen. Let's zoom out on the weekly so we can really see this. The year is 2022. Imagine if someone told you, all right, you're going to put $1 into this every single day on the way down. And then as soon as it sees green candles, you're going to start buying it in hundreds. Right? And then once you start seeing red candles again, DCA, $1 again. So your dollar cost average all the way down. Right. And then as soon as it has enough green to go back, you spend 100. Now, in these two areas, you probably would have been really fucked because, it was going to go lower anyways. But what would have happened is you would have been already buying back a daily amount of Zen for when we get back to that range. Because by the time you get down here, you're getting tons of Zen. You just had to keep going. Right. And the concept is like it's diminishing. So as it goes down in price, that is the inflation coming back. So you want to buy smaller. But some people kept aping in when it was going low. And that creates the offset like money shit. And right now we don't have that. That's why it's not going lower. Everybody's doing the right thing. Like, oh, it's going down. All right, I'm going to start buying whatever your dollar is. Like, but that's what I mean. Some people's dollar is like $1,000 now. Because the from here to here is such a long pace that you can start to see how much of the diminishing rewards are actually happening from like all angles. It's like it's in your face. There's no way of denying it. It's like this is like a 5-hour long conversation about show me a cryptocurrency that is actually working like this, and this is before it burns. Right, the burning element of the log scale that we have going on here. That's the kicker. Like that's just the fucking kicker that's gonna like go, turn that way, and then everybody starts to catch on, and it's like, okay, cool, we're to the, to whatever we want Zen to become, because this was the release. The release happened on the chart. You had time to buy it. You literally had a year worth of time to find out how am I gonna DCA into this, and now you're here at the lowest point of the chart again. Asking the same question, do we go lower? Again, I don't think we go much lower than where we are because I don't see the supply growing. And then the supply, that to me, like they were saying that like we're over the hump, and it's starting to show now. Like you need stakers to sell, but the stakers are starting to slow up. Yeah, you see, we're here. This is original Zen. That's why it's like, yo, we're in a new era of Zen. There's way less Zen on this side of the map than on the beginning. And that's the diminishing return. Like now, you see what I'm saying? Like now you can look at it and see it, like the math, like, oh shit, yeah. It hella diminished. Like people stopped making mints because it made no sense. And it showed, like the VMUs like show it. It's all behavioral based. This is economist shit, bro. Planned market. They planned the planned market. Man, we're gonna win so much. It's just so ridiculous. Like it's just been too easy. It's been too easy. It's way too easy. Fuck the new BTC, the new world currency. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zen is built for world currency. And that's why like people don't get it yet. Like they don't get it that we can kill like 5 zeros and everybody's filthy rich that's here right now. And then we're gonna ask you, that's what I'm saying, you're gonna have to ask yourself, because not me, like I get where we're going. I get every time we go up, you're the one watching now, not me, man. I get it. All right, like eventually I'm gonna cap it out. Like that's what's gonna happen. Like it's already happening. I'm feeling it. We're in the tragedy of commons already with Zen. That's why I'm here now. That's why I'm learning it like in this style, because there's no other style to explain it, if that makes any sense. Like crypto don't make no more fucking sense. Like Zen was the last one to make sense. If Zen doesn't make sense where you could take natural blockchain elements and make a new coin and like it turn around because it's like sovereign exchange, like it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like crypto don't work. Like, yeah, just print them by the billions, because like this is where we are. And to think like in November, that's really where we were. I'm very liberated to be here on March 3rd, knowing like where I'm at. You know, I know like, again, like Emoji Dracula, for instance, is kicking ass. It's got a little pullback right now, but the thing about it is it made an all-time high yesterday. What is going on over here? It's a meme. People don't give a fuck, dude. No one cares about the source, right? They don't care about it till they know about it. Oh, so you mean I could have just bought my own field? Like, yeah, man, they're giving out fields over there. Shit, we've been saying this shit for 2 years. They're giving out the fields. Like, go get your fucking acres. But instead, again, people, like, it makes sense. Like, now I'm turning my brain into this where I don't want to hear about nothing but meme coin. Now it makes sense why all my homies were saying that to me for the last 2 years, because they don't want to get, they making money today. They don't want to make money later. And they're not economists. Most of them are artists. So they're workers. They're working in the market. They're market makers. I mean, that's what I mean. I've always been hanging around market makers, but it's like, who makes the market for you, right? That's what Satoshi figured out. Now, you would almost like ask yourself, like, man, you know, like Jack putting his face on this is pretty crazy, because, you know, like, why would you do that? Like, why would you put your face on Zen? And like, you know, like, why? And this is where I'm at with like this education I have right now. We're out of the era where it was a secret. Right now it's a commodity again, but it's the ecosystem. That's what they want. That's what they want. Right? That's why Solana is doing so well, because of the ecosystem, and that's why XRP is having a hard time adopting. Because if we look at DeFi Llama, we see the real XRP, right? Real XRP is going to be XRPL, their layer 2 scaling solution, or like basically the smart contract layer for XRP. We can see that is hurting, but see, this shit ain't even loading. Ain't even loading. But where I'm at with it is essentially like the facade is all there. Like everybody's doing it the wrong way. They're building hype before they have tech, or they're stealing the tech and really bad at hyping it up. That's like Aptos. Like Aptos, like, or you hear like all the stories now. So I worked on the Libre project, and I left to do my own company. So that's where they're headed. That's why, yeah, we are moving into a new evolution of blockchains, where these things are going to be VC ran, and people are going to come from other projects and say I fell off the boat because it didn't align with my vision. Just like any tech bubble, I think that this is where we are. We're going to see blockchain bubbles for real. I don't think we're necessarily in a coin bubble anymore. I think everybody knows where they want to be. And that's why we are able to go up right now. At any moment, crypto should turn around, because everybody knows where they want to be. If you don't know where you want to be, you should be trying to find Zen, because that's where you want to be. You're looking, obviously, for the next 10,000x. That's going to be probably the Zen community. Because, yeah, again, this is so strategic to make sure that everybody looks at this and goes, what the fuck is that thing? So you mean I just take some gas? It's like, yeah, for some reason Ethereum felt only way to scale was to do kind of like a mining pool for transactions. What was that? Well, there's this thing called Gwei, and as more transactions enter the mining pool, Gwei goes up and scales, you know, the fee costs so that, you know, eventually, you know, it'll go down instead of it just like hogging up the chain. Maybe some people stop, you know, trying to send transactions because there's too many people on chain. And then Zen just plops right in there like, well, what if there was someone that was always online? Always. What does that look like? That's how I envision this. When you see these coin tools up here, damn, people stop minting Zen. Look at that. Over the last 3 hours, nobody's making a coin tools mint. That's weird. Is the gas up? Oh, it's had 2. Yeah, 4 hours ago, people started mints. Damn, that's wild. That's wacky weird. I mean, it's not wacky weird, but yeah, that's what I mean. That's the constant. You see how like right there, you can't, it's an element. It's like oxygen. It can't just stop. If it stops, the log comes into effect hard. Hard. Capital HR. Yeah, go read about this shit. This shit is like free. It's free information about how Zen works. That's why all the other coins now, they're kind of dumb. Like, I want to root for Hex, right? But I know Hex uses bad gas code. So you always lose. Like, you can never get the max amount of gas, or you can never get the max amount of Hex because you're always going to have to pay the max amount of gas. And that's what Zen solves. Instead of piling days into the contract, Zen essentially puts a parameter into the formula called the G rank. And then it gives you that parameter at the moment of claim. Right when you claim your rewards, the G rank of the current reality plops right in and it subtracts your C rank that you have. And that's why I'm saying, like, you're chasing inflation that no longer exists in Zen. Like, the hyperinflation is on the decks. That's it. Maybe some more makes it, but people have abused it and they're going to abuse it again. So don't even think for a split second that you're going to get the perfect world and not the chaotic world. Like, it's always going to choose chaos. I was seeing that earlier today on the CB Zen. Because I'm buying CB Zen. Like, I'm DCAing hard in the CB Zen right now. So it's funny watching. And I think I'm going head to head with like China. And there's some other people in here too. That's why if more people showed up, it would get wacky. CB Zen would be life-changing gains probably very fast if more people showed up and really played the Zen game, which is you need to beat the log. That's the game. The game is to go longer than the logarithmic scale, which is the AMP. Hello? Like, why are you, like, if you're not beating the amp, you're not winning. And the only way to beat the amp is to go long, aka max. So yeah, or like I've been watching like these ones come in, because it's gone down on CB Zen. It used to be 37, now it's 35 or 36, right? And that's what I mean. Like, see, some people, they're getting this much, but then like if you go and kind of look at the world, right? It's like 478 days ago. When we go here, we can see the input data, right? So this is a funny thing about CB Zen. And there was a moment in time when gas was all crazy over there. Look at this, 30, oh, that was 53. This person, they paid 18 cents for this. That's why Zen is crazy. They paid 18 cents for this. We'll see how much it costs in a second. But another piece of the log is VMU. So you need to do max. On CB Zen, we had a weird moment where you could only do 100 VMUs because the RPCs wouldn't allow us to max it out. Only a few people were able to do it. And that's the fair situation of Zen, like the fair nature. Like, because everybody didn't have access to that, now we know for a fact that there's less supply. So you can really buy like Zen with confidence because it's like, oh, whoever's selling it, they're not being genuine. Like the sellers are not genuine sellers. Like, someone set a bot up on this shit And then like this cell, for instance, right? When you go through and you look at it, like this person, they bought XEN 4 times and then just sold it. Why? I don't know. They just were like, hey, I got to get the fuck out, I guess, right? Some of the other ones, I like to look at them because all these other ones you don't have to look at. Anything that's like this, these are typically routing. So if you spend more than $100 on CBZen, people set up bots to sell on you because they essentially are just setting up their own sandwich attack. It's like such a small market. Like you can do that. Like you can sandwich attack people. Like who gives a fuck? Yeah. But see, yeah, like this person, for instance, oh yeah, this is a good one. So you see they had 11 million, right? And it netted 1 billion. But then if we go back and look at these wallets, because this is the fair nature of XEN, like you can see the beginning and the end. You see this person, they did 177 days. September 7th. This is what I mean. You could do it. You could literally do all of this shit and see like, oh wow, there's really no supply right now. So September 7th, they only made 11 million motherfucking XEN per G rank. Dan gets it. Man, I'm so woke. I'm transcending right now. Like everybody who's not talking about XEN on a mathematical scale at this point, it needs to start understanding, because that's where you're gonna make so much progress trying to shill XEN to somebody. Because then they're just gonna be like, whoa, buddy, I am retarded. Cut that out. And you're like, yeah, so just buy that shit then. Why are you doing it? You're retarded. Exactly, you're retarded. You're not gonna understand how to make it, so just buy it. Beat everybody. Beat everybody. Like imagine if that changed. Like yo, if XEN really just turned up that tune because it's truth. If everybody just started buying, no one could mine it out because the abusers have abused it too much. Now they're gonna spend more money, and all you have to do, like, or how do I say this? If you're buying it, you're not gonna have to give a fuck because they can't out dump you because all of the supply is created now. No one's gonna double up the supply again. Like it's not possible logarithmically. So like it doesn't, like no one can dangle that carrot over our face anymore because it is way too large and everyone is selling like at the lowest point. This is the lowest this shit could be right now. And they're blaming it on the mainstream market, which is even funnier. So they're giving you a discount on Ethereum and a discount on XEN, bro. Yeah, like this is insane. Because no one understands what's going on. They're all just like trying to find a green candle. We're a small niche. If you really understand what I'm saying right now, you're probably in the 0.001% of crypto that really gets it. That really understands like, oh, Bitcoin is just a SHA-256 password like being passed around, essentially juggled. Almost, it's about to be juggled by the U.S. government, bro. Like, what in the fuck is going on? It's fucked up. I wonder how many people from crypto space already know about XEN. That is interesting. Not a lot of people. They've heard about it in passing, but not a lot of people in crypto are in crypto. They're on the surface. You know what I mean? Like they low-key lost their access pass because of ego, in my opinion. No one promotes it, or no one's talking about it the way I'm talking about. I'm still waiting to run across a like-minded individual that's like, yeah, Hal Finney is the fucking truth. Fuck you guys. Satoshi's the economist. He's not an anarchist. The anarchist came after the fact. The anarchist saw what Satoshi created and confirmed. Yes, that's disruptive. I guess you could literally say it like that too. Yeah, the anarchists came after Satoshi and they confirmed, like the Jack Levins. There's Elon Musk. They came after Satoshi and confirmed chaos. Like, oh, that thing can be chaotic. Maybe we should mine him. See, I guess you could say that too. Yeah, Jack Levin is a front runner on Bitcoin because he had no reason to make all those Bitcoins. He was giving them away and he was inflating the market. But there was others out there who didn't have access to that. They couldn't make the Bitcoins. They didn't have they weren't in Google with the free data center. They had to buy his inflation. You know, and whatever he was getting for, he was getting it for. So I think he's doing a really good job repackaging that beginning experience in Bitcoin, where those that had access to the information and to the hardware are the ones that are the most rewarded. Everybody after that has to pay the price. Just it is what it is. And the craziest thing again in this thing is we're really living through it. We're watching it happen, bro. Like, I can't believe the prediction on this. Like this in G rank, it went up like 1 million in the last few days, and now it's starting to taper off because the hype is dying down because the market's selling off. So, and this is what I mean. You can't do this. This isn't allowed. This is disrespectful. This is bad etiquette. There will be people who build businesses on top of the G rank essentially to control this etiquette. I won't be doing that because I'm gonna have all this in, and you can hit me up. Maybe I'll donate some shit your way through your cool ass idea. That's how I'm thinking of it. I'm not gonna build that though. It's for everyone to discover and find out. Maybe I'll write a book about it or some shit. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, okay, this is when you're entering book territory, because it's a theory, and my theory is becoming very, very strong. My thesis is becoming very strong, my thesis is becoming stronger and stronger, possibly becoming a theory. So yeah, this logarithmic reward scale of XEN is one of the best ways to predict the future on an unpredictable asset such as cryptocurrency, because the volatility conversation is retarded. It's literally one of the dumbest things that we could be saying. Bitcoin is selling off because everybody is selling off. What in the fuck are we talking about here? Like, if we had like a real like, that's how you know everyone in Bitcoin or everyone in crypto right now is actually retarded. Like, this is on purpose so they can move the market where they need it right now. We've lost control of this shit, and it's part of the plan. Like, it's chaos part where the world adopts it. They fight for it. Well, maybe people die over their Bitcoins. I'm sure someone's probably already. I mean, yeah, there's already people who died over Bitcoin. So, you know. Again, in XEN, protect yourself, man. This shit's gonna get very weird. It's gonna get really real, and that's why, again, privatizing your common commodity is gonna be important. Not being out there and telling everybody all the shit you have is gonna be important. You know, like right now, it's like fun because the core is really close. But again, as this trumpet begins to become louder and louder, I'm sure all of this juice you're getting right now is gonna disappear. You're gonna have to find it. If you didn't latch on, you're gonna have to be like, oh yeah, I used to listen to this guy named Crypto Bro, like he was saying it, like, protect yourself, shit's gonna get wild, and now I'm alone. But that's the best thing about XEN. You're allowed to be in the woods. You can find self-protection if you understand the reward system. Because again, no one's gonna, like, we're at 0. Look at this shit. This is right now the lowest amount is in. When you zoom out, because no one is making more than 100K G ranks in a day. Oh yeah. See, that's like 50K. Yeah, now everything is like 20K, 30K. Yeah, 29, 31 C ranks, 31,000 C ranks type shit. So you see, like, it's like, that's what I mean. Like, this is too predictable. Like, now we really can predict it, because essentially you could pump the chart or the price, like right now, like XEN should pump going into the weekend, because whoever has this here, they're probably gonna want to take profit. So right now they're probably pushing the price down on some trading shit, 20% low, and they're gonna buy the bottom and start to ride it up and then dump it on the top. See, and that's what I mean. We're at the fairest point in XEN. We literally see everybody doing it. Or how do you say this? Like, in the trading world, the dark pools, people hate them shits because you can't see people trading OTC. Bitcoin has the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, right now in Bitcoin, they made it so that we just agree all together that, oh, there's a massive player selling, which isn't actually immutable or decentralized in any manner, which is a giveaway that we're living in a fucking weird paradox that's not actually Bitcoin, bro. And you know, like, your today's Bitcoin is a paradox. It's not a real Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is actually closer to Bitcoin than this actual Bitcoin. And In Zen, again, this is where it's wacky, and we're starting to separate, because now you can see where you can see your 7-day trade. Like today is one of the lowest days in Zen. Look at it, says 586 C ranks, 586 C ranks to be claimed. There's only 383 left to be claimed. And what did I just show here? That no one's making Zen right now. Like Coin Tools is at 0 on the gas chart. Where's this shit at? God damn it. I've got too many things. Yeah. Yeah, you see Coin Tools, Bashminter, 0 fees in the last 3 hours. So it's all predictable. You can predict this shit like left and right. Like there's too many anchors, essentially. That's what I'm saying, man. Eventually, the book will be out, bro. Don't worry. I'm gonna be a black producer, publisher, author. You can dream big with Zen. Don't listen to these rat ass YouTubers. Like I'm saying, everyone's gonna come out of the cuts. They're gonna try to figure it out. Blah blah blah. Follow me on X, man. I got 2 X accounts now though, so follow Crypto Bruh. That's private because it's like a big ass fucking thing now. But then follow this one. Follow Portal 9. More details to come soon. Go follow this one. This is my underground Twitter. Go follow my underground Twitter. Cause yeah, we're gonna have to get away from everybody. We're gonna have to fork away. Nice. 64 clicks. Yeah, like see, like one thing I was like noticing, or one reason why I went private, is because like I started realizing like, man, or I learned about the tragedy of commons, and I was like, yeah, that is true, man. This is why I think I'm an anarchist, but really I'm not. I don't love anarchy, and that's not what I love. I love chaos, and there's nothing more chaotic than free, F-R-E-E. No guardrails on free. Anarchists just go, I don't like that. That sucks. I'm gonna do the opposite. Not freedom fighters. You know what I'm saying? Not people looking for the source. They trying to tell you the facts. And that's kind of why, again, like, yeah, you need to make it private. Because the common practice of creating solution is to privatize very common things. And again, that's probably why Bitcoin is so weird and wacky. In what I'm learning right now, again, like the best market is a paradox. I wrote that shit down. Let me make sure I'm reading it right. Yeah, I gotta be writing. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, the most basic economical model is a paradox. You live in a paradox. Not me. I stay in the source world, baby. That's how you know you're a market maker. Cause you go over there and say, hey man, them GMO, they got them GMO motherfucking strawberries over there. I can taste it. Bingo. People are too stupid, bro. Right now, it's like walking into an Apple store and seeing iPhones for $10. Yo, for real, it is like walking into right now. Cryptocurrency is like walking into an Apple store and everything is $10. This is the and it's real Apple products. This is a hot sell. People. This is all planned out, man. Like, yo, whatever you're doing in the real world, you should be funneling back into crypto. But this is why X1 is going to be so strong. If you guys understand that, like, people might be very scared to buy cryptos after what's happening right now. And this is why XENblocks is amazing, because you can just spin up your own crypto at home. Like, that's some new novel shit, man. You ain't got to buy it. Like, nah, you could just spin it up and then turn it into USDC on X1 chain. Like, that's going to be the common practice. Right. And that's why, again, like owning all of the XNM, or owning as much XNM as possible, is something on the scale of you know, the market makers. Like, if you understand how, again, like how predictable this future could potentially be, why wouldn't you want to curve the market now? And, you know, again, because it's going to become a paradox. Right now, it's just a different paradox, and it's going to become in the future. Right. And if you're someone who's understanding the source, you're more likely to beat the herd. Zen is literally fucking next. Again, too good at explaining this shit. Market making is an art. Market making is an art. Now I understand, but see, these motherfuckers aren't on our shit yet. I once came across a market maker, and he's like feeling himself. He's like, I'm one of the best chart painters out. And I wanted to be like, man, you get monopoly money and a mathematical formula and a hard drive. Like, you strip yourself of all that shit, you're a loser. Like, that's where we're headed in crypto. You getting ready to, these losers about to be stripped butt ass naked, standing around holding .eth in their username, still rooting for the wrong thing in their own paradox, in the .eth paradox. Man, the Zen paradox is lit, bro. This is where you want to be, bro. Take the fucking red pill, dude. Yo, I'm getting too excited. You see what Trump said? He's definitely trying to get the U.S. into crypto wave. It's still fuck Trump, though. He's pro Sol, ADH, and ETH, I think. Yeah. Like, they want the strategic thing. I think, what is it? 1:30. He's supposed to say something important at 1:30. But this is what I'm trying to say, though, my bro Savon. My brother Savon. These political figures, this is a paradox. Like, thinking of crypto in this paradox is fun. And that's why, like, it should be a meme. It should not be serious. Like, it's like, yo, if Trump is serious about Solana, buy some emoji Dracula. Because that's just that shit is going to go off. That's why right now it's getting a little pullback. Because it's too easy for people to understand what's going to happen here, right? It's not Zen. It's not complex. It's not discovering God and type shit. So, yeah, get into meme coins, because that's the beauty of it. It's not discovering God. It's just buying something fun. And the whole world is in that paradox now. They love it. They don't want to go away from it. Now, like, which one should I get? Zencat or emoji Dracula? Zencat is building a paradox right now within the Indian area. They got a lot of Indian people that just got into this. Jack is posting about it. He's getting people excited. And yeah, it also has the Jack paradox. Like, Jack posts about it so people get excited. But like, emoji Dracula has none of that. It's just token. So you got to ask yourself again, like, going back to the source. I think the source is a really good way to ask yourself, is this a good idea? 20% of the supply is already burned. Oh wait, no, 2% of the supply is already burned. Because it's gonna be right, yeah, 2% of the supply. It's initially 1 billion, and right now it's at 979 million current Drac coins, and from LP trading, 20 million emoji Dracula has been burned. So like, this is actually sick, because this takes different pieces of crypto, like different sources, and creates kind of like a P versus P feeling inside of the token. And I think this is where we're headed in all of crypto. I'm so happy that emoji Dracula exists, because it is a meme coin I can get behind. It was fairly launched. It's battle tested, right? It's got tons of battle testing that's already happened over the last 4 months. And on top of that, it's a little emoji vampire dude. Like, it's too easy. This one is very easy. It's easy. But yeah, if you see Sol like that, that's what I mean. Like, get into the meme coins. But again, I think meme coins packaged from the source are going to be the best. So Zencat will still win because it has Jack, and that's a great paradox. Like, people can latch onto him, and you can ride the RSI wave, right? So Dracula is a little funnier because it's not really hooked to anybody. It's in its own paradox of mathematics. It's like good mathematics and good branding. You can go pretty far with that though in crypto. I mean, look at XRP. Not to say emoji Draculus and XXRP, but it's fucking better than it. At least it burns naturally. Fuck XRP. And look at this market cap. Great entry. Only you are in a deep dive stream on streaming on Zen. Yeah, I think a lot of people haven't. They don't want to know. They don't want to understand it because they're like focused on other things. I was never attached to anything. I have time. Everyone else doesn't have time. Like they're focused on other shit. Like they're in a different paradox. I'm about to be 34 paradox. Like I ain't got no time to lose. Like I was thinking, that's why I was like, yo, if it's econ that's making me excited about crypto, the diminishing rewards conversation, I was like, man, maybe that's what I should go and like get a degree in. Like, is this what you're supposed to fucking think? Like, they don't teach Americans shit, bro. Especially if you're black. Like, you're either gonna be a rapper, an artist, a basketball player, a bus driver, a construction worker. You know, this is what I'm saying. The free market is not that free because you're pre-planned in high school. That's why in Interstellar, they tell the dude that they need more farmers. Like, you want to break that trend, get in the Zen. If you don't want somebody to treat you like a pawn in the game, you should be getting in the Zen. This is your coin. I'm not even trying to shill it, right? Like, that's just the facts. Every other coin already got you figured out. You're falling right into their hands as soon as you buy it. Yes. Everybody has a weird looking face when you buy their coin, bro. When you buy Zen, we're just like, fucking competition has arrived, you bitch. You're hated. You're hated. We hate you. Do not buy Zen. We hate you. Stay the fuck away. This is mine. All right. Don't buy CB Zen. We hate you. Yes. 14%. Lower. It's funny how people say, oh, never mind. Oh, this is solXEN. Yeah, sell solXEN too. We hate you. CBZN is a blessing though, man. Yo, these sellers are blessed up, dog. Stop buying this shit though, man. I need another trilly. They're not enough over here. That's a fact. I once said like Zen works best on chains that stay moving, and like that's why CBZN, like, I think it's gonna really fucking take off because you can move around on that chain, right? You can wiggle around. You could do different types of strategy. Like a strategy I was thinking of was like, you could maybe oh, this is E, but like, cause I'm really into base. I'm not really into the other ones. A lot of people are into OP Zen, but my problem with OP Zen is it's already diminished. So you're waiting on the staking to diminish, and that takes a lot longer. Right? And that's why like the price is, this is a great entry price for someone who wants to fight. I don't want the fight on OP Zen. I'm good. I'm good. But yo, this is in the same range, bro. You've had all year to buy this shit. So again, I'm gonna sign off. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow. Maybe it moves around. I don't think it's gonna move too much, so you'll have another fucking day to think about, hey, do I want to be the kingpin in OPZ? You know. But personally, I like inflation because there's no kingpins. It's like nation states. Who's got the most? I got a lot. You got a lot. Cool. Now, who can make more? Who can keep up on this? Who really wants to rule this? Or who's just here for the shits and giggles? Because we're going to outrun you. Right? That's the cool thing about CBZN. Like this is about to blow up. Either someone's about to unstake and sell it to zero just so they can make a point. Like that's all it would be. Because the game is like, I have money right now. I'm trying to buy this shit. I already spent $500 on it. So I'm like, yo, I need to spend more money on this. Like I'm trying to at least get it that. Like at least like $2,000-3,000 more in here, because you need that. Like when I look at the I want to be a big player in CBZN. I think this is a really good one. Like if I went to a college campus and I was trying to teach people about Zen, CBZN would probably be the best way because they'll probably be on base. So I wouldn't go and try to teach them real Zen. That would be the cause of it all. Like, oh, you know, like we're leading up to this conversation about Ethereum Zen, right? The cause of CB Zen. But I'm going to teach you how CB Zen taps in to the base chain, so that way you can learn how the token is created and how you can get into DeFi today, right? So knowing I want to have a stake in CB Zen because it's very active, very easy to use. We might get 5 years out of base chain. I'm sure they're not trying to just, I'm sure they'll replace Jesse. If Jesse sucks, they're replacing Jesse. Jesse, work hard, bro, because they will replace your ass. You in VC land, boy. But yeah, you'll see here. Like, if you want to get in the top 20, man, you need like 3 trillion. So, it's not showing the prices here, but like if we go over here and we look at this shit, that's almost like, yo, yeah, you do want 3 trillion. Right? That's $1,400. So that's not that much. 3 trillion. I mean, hey, maybe to you it's a lot. Maybe 1,400 is a lot to you, but to me it's not. So yeah, yo, get your bag up. If you ain't got 1,400, let me be an inspiration as well of telling you get your fucking bag up, because you can do it. I used to not be like that, or I used to be that person too that was fumbling like $2,000 all the time, or even fumbling $200 all the time. So, I think all that stuff makes you a responsible spender as you become older and more mature. So embody that shit. Embrace your restrictions. But if you ain't got no cap, why aren't you in this? Why aren't you already up, in this race? Here, let's look at this person. Let's see. I think this was somebody who's just been buying it the whole time. Yeah, this account just bought up all their CBs in. So the number 2 account bought all their CBs in 73 days ago. Let's look at number 2. Another one. That's 4. Oh yeah, this guy or whatever, this account, they've been buying the shit up out of this for like the last 4 days. So now they're number 2. So what I want you to pay attention to is the top 2 holders in CBZN did not make it. They did not make the coins. They bought the coins. Okay. All of the makers that have the 10 plus, they're all staked up. Right. That's the staking pool. Like you can see it here on the stake supplies, 473 trillion Zen stake. And that's what I'm saying. There's probably like 40 people with 10 trillion Zen staked. Why not? You know what I mean? Like they can buy, they minted it a bunch. And that's why I'm like, oh, okay, like we really got to shake the stakers out, but they're obviously on a mission. So you might as well join them. That's how I'm feeling. I'm like, you can't outstake them. You're gonna have to join them. And you can see people are buying and they're not staking, which would essentially to me look like, oh, this is amazing. Like imagine if this person gives up and then they throw the 7 trillion back into the DEX. Maybe they will. You know, I shouldn't be afraid of that. I should have my bands ready to buy that dip and stake it and recreate the position because no one can get ahead of the existing supply. Right? I'm never going to see that other stake supply because it's away, like it's staked away. Like, yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, there's nobody buying and selling CBSN, bro. Like, this is 100% accumulation. Get your bands up. Yeah, yo, Zen's gonna get everyone's band up, and that's why it's like when your bands are up, bro. Like, are you just gonna fumble it back into the game, or are you gonna really be someone who's gonna be able to navigate the 7 C's? Because you're gonna come into wealth, and it's up to you to be mature about it, right? Again, you can design businesses, you can retire your family, whatever you fucking want to do. I'm gonna design businesses. I think that shit's cool as fuck. Got one of the best commodities on planet Earth. It's just gonna take you around the world if you become positive about it. It's up to you though. Zen is deadly. Oh shit. Bling blow. All right, it's time to wrap it up. Yeah, we gotta hit the gym real fast, man. We gotta get the gym in. I noticed that when I take a break too long, my hands My hands, man, they start hurting. And yeah, I gotta figure that part out. Maybe it's more stretching. Maybe I need more hand stretching. But I'm slowly like building up right now. Trying to get to 245s on the incline. I think that right there, that by the end of 2025 would be like an amazing fitness journey for me this year. Just getting the 245s on the incline. That way, like, we up. But right now, I think, what am I? 245s and the 225s. That's like one rep though. I'm weak, bitch. I'm weak. But yeah, I'm about to sign up out of here. Hey yo, final thoughts, I guess. I ain't got no final thoughts, man. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.